Welcome back to our social class, dear students. This is 8th standard social class, lesson 4, history, people's revolt, and this is the first class we are starting from this lesson. So, people's revolt. What is revolt? So, we all know what is people, right? Revolt is nothing but, in Tamil we could say poratam, right? Okay. Let's get into the lesson. So, learning objectives. So, what are the learning objectives we are going to see? To know the Palekarar, that is polygar system in India. We are going to learn Palekarar, about Palekarar system in Tamil Nadu. To understand the role of Pulitevar and Kattabomman in anti-British uprising. So, during anti-British uprising, Pulitevar and Kattabomman were there. Okay, we are going to understand about their role. To know about the South Indian rebellion. So, revolt and rebellion both are more or less same, right? Same meaning, poradudal, poratam, right? To know the causes and effects of Vellore mutiny. Mutiny is also rebellion, same meaning, right? Next, to understand the causes and impacts of revolt in the year 1857. So, this is Palekrar, right? Poradudal, Puratchi Seyudal, right? That is called as Palekrar Puratchi in Tamil, right? Okay, introduction of the lesson. The establishment of political and economic dominance by the British over many parts of India after the Battle of Plassey, 1757, disrupted the political, social and economic order of the country. So, the establishment of the political and economic dominance by the British people over many parts of India. So, after the Battle of Plassey, so which year? 1757. So, it disrupted political, social and economic order of the country. This led to the divesting many landlords and chieftains of their power and estates. So, many landlords and chieftains, they lost their power and estates after this incident. Naturally, many of them revolted against the British. So, many people, they started to revolt against the British, right? போராடுறது, revolt is nothing but போராடுறது, புரட்சி செய்கிறது, right? The English assumed the right of collecting the annual tribute from the Palekrar. The English people, they were assuming that they were having the right of collecting annual tribute. Tribute in Tamil we say kappam, or we could say tax, right? Vari, right? They were about to collect annual tribute from the Palekrars. The first resistance to the British was offered by the Pulitevar. So, resistance is nothing but against, right? In Tamil we say edirpu. Resistance is nothing but against, right? In Tamil we say edirpu. The first person who stood against the British was whom? Pulitevar. Pulitevar. Since then, there had been rebellions by Palekarars such as the Veerapandiya Kattabomman, Umathurai, Marudhu brothers and Dheeran Chinnamalai. So, these were the important personalities, okay, who stood against the British people. So, first was Pulitevar. So, first was Pulitevar, and after Pulitevar, many Palekrars stood against the British people. Who were they? Veerapandiya Kattabomman, Umathurai, Marudhu brothers and Dheeran Chinnamalai. Okay, next. So, this is the picture of Umathurai. Okay, next this is Dheeran Chinnamalai, and this is the picture of Pulitevar. Okay, now we will see origin of Palayam. The Vijayanagar rulers appointed Nayaks in their provinces. So Vijayanagara rulers, they appointed Nayaks in their provinces, in their districts. Okay. The Nayak of Madurai in turn appointed Palakrars. So the Nayak of Madurai, they in turn what did? They appointed Palekrar. Vishwanatha became the Nayak of Madurai in the year 1529. So Vishwanatha, he became the Nayak of Madurai in the year 1529. He noticed that he could not control the chieftain who wanted more powers in their provinces. So he noticed that he cannot able to control the chieftains, okay, because they wanted more power in their provinces. Provinces nothing but district, okay. So with the consultation of his minister Aryanatha Mudaliar, Vishwanatha instituted Palekarar system in the year 1529. So he consulted his minister called Aryanatha Mudaliar. So he was his minister. Whose ministers? Vishwanatha's minister. Okay. So he instituted Palekarar system in the year 1529. The whole country was divided into 72 Palakrars. So this is country, okay, spelling mistake is here. The whole country was divided into how many Palakrars? 72 Palakrars, okay. Palakarar was the holder of a territory or a palayam. So who was Palakarar? He was the holder of a territory or a palayam. These palayams were held in military tenure and extended their full cooperation to be need of the Nayaks. So all these palayams were held in military tenure, okay, and it was extended their full cooperation to the need of the Nayaks, the leader. The Palakarars collected taxes, of which 1/3 was given to the Nayak of Madurai, another 1/3 for the expenditure of the army, and rest was kept for themselves. So what the Palakarars work? They need to collect the taxes, okay, of which 1/3 will be given to whom? Nayak of Madurai. Who was Nayak of Madurai? Vishwanatha, right? And another 1/3 of the expenditure of the army, and rest, another 1/3 is for the expenditure of the army, and rest of the income, rest of the money, okay, will be kept for themselves itself, okay. Next, early revolts of South India. Revolts of Palakrars. We'll see what were the revolts. During the 17th and 18th centuries, the Palakrars played a vital role in the politics of Tamil Nadu. During 17th and 18th century, Palakrars, they were the important role in the political issue of Tamil Nadu, okay. They regarded themselves as independent. Among the Palakrars, there were two blocks, namely the eastern and the western blocks. There were two blocks in the Palakrars, namely one was what? Eastern, and another was western, okay, western blocks. The eastern Palayams, where the Nayaks ruled under the control of Kattabomman. So the eastern Palayams was controlled under the Nayak ruled what? A control of Kattabomman. Veerapandiya Kattabomman. And the western Palayams, where the Maravas ruled under the control of Pulithevar. Okay. Eastern was controlled by Kattabomman and western was controlled by whom? Pulithevar. Okay. These two Palakrars refused to pay the kist. Kist is nothing but tribute. Okay. Arrears or the tax, we can say. They failed or they refused to pay the kist to the English and rebelled. They didn't pay to the English people, okay, and they started to rebel against the English. What is rebelling? Poradradhu illaya, right. They started to stand against the English in order to asking for their rights. The early struggle between the Palakrars and the East India Company had a strong political dimension. So the starting struggle between Palakrars and East India Company, that is East India Company is nothing but English people, British people. They had a strong political dimension. By the Carnatic Treaty of 1792, consolidated the English power over the Palaikaras. The English got the right to collect taxes. So, by the Carnatic Treaty signed in the year 1792, it consolidated the English power over the Palaikaras. So, English got the right to collect taxes from the people. The result was the outbreak of the revolt of Palaikaras. What was the result of this Carnatic Treaty? Palaikaras, they started to outbreak their revolt against the English people. And this was the map of rebel confederacy from the year 1799 to 1800. Okay. You could see many places wherever the rebel happened, right? Okay, this is in page number 36. Next, coming to Pulithevar. Pulithevar was the pioneer in Tamil Nadu to protest against the English rule in India. So, Pulithevar, he was the first person to stand against the English people in Tamil Nadu. He was the Palekrar of the Nerkattum Seval near Tirunelveli. So, he was the Palekrar in the place Nerkattum Seval, which is near the Tirunelveli. Okay. During his tenure, he refused to pay the tribute neither to Muhammad Ali, the Nawab of Arcot, nor to the English. So, during his period, he refused to pay the tribute. Tribute, we saw what is, he refused to pay the tax we can take. Okay, in Tamil we say, we could say kappam, vari, right? He refused to pay to Muhammad Ali, the Nawab of Arcot, nor to the English people. Further, he started opposing them. He started to stand against them, that he will not pay the tribute to them. Hence, the forces were defeated by Pulithevar at Tirunelveli. So, he defeated at Tirunelveli. Okay. Pulithevar was the first Indian king to have fought and defeated the British in India. So, Pulithevar, he was the first Indian king, okay, to have fought and defeated the British people in India. Okay. After his victory, Pulithevar attempted to form a league of the Palaikaras to oppose the British and Nawab. So, he started to form a group, okay, of all the Palaikaras in order to oppose all the British people and the Nawabs. In the year 1759, Nerkattum Seval was attacked by the force of Nawab of Arcot under the leadership of Yusuf Khan. So, under the leadership of Yusuf Khan, Nerkattum Seval, okay, that place was attacked by Nawab of Arcot. Who was the leader? Yusuf Khan. Okay. Pulithevar was defeated at Antanallur. He was defeated where? Pulithevar, Antanallur, and the Nawab's forces captured Nerkattum Seval in 1761. So, Pulithevar, he was defeated at the place called Antanallur. Okay, and the Nawab's forces captured Nerkattum Seval. All the Nawabs, they came as a force and they captured the place Nerkattum Seval in the year 1761. Pulithevar, who lived in exile, recaptured Nerkattum Seval in the year 1764. So, after 3 years, Pulithevar, he lived, okay, as an exile in order to recapture the place. Okay, after 3 years, he recaptured the place Nerkattum Seval. Okay, later he was defeated by Captain Campbell in the year 1767. Pulithevar escaped and died in exile without fulfilling his purpose, although his courageous trial of a struggle for independence in the history of South India. So, even though he died, his exile was not fulfilled. Okay, his purpose was not fulfilled, but he stood courageously against the British people and he struggled for the independence, okay, in the South India. Next, coming to Veerapandiya Kattabomman. So, this is the picture of Veerapandiya Kattabomman. He was the ancestors of Kattabomman belonged to Andhra. ஓகே, ஆன்சிஸ்டர்ஸ் நதிங் பட் முன்னோர்கள். ஸோ கட்டபொம்மனுடைய முன்னோர்கள்னா எதை சேர்ந்தவங்க, எந்த ஸ்டேட்டை சேர்ந்தவங்க? ஆந்திரா, ரைட். They migrated to Tamil country during the 11th century. So all their family, they migrated. குடிபெயர்ந்து வருது. Okay, they migrated from Andhra to Tamil Nadu in which century? 11th century. As a feudatory under Pandyas, Jagaveera Pandya Kattabomman ruled Veerapandiyapuram. So, as the feudatory under Pandyas, Jagaveera Pandya Kattabomman. So, Jagaveera Pandya Kattabomman, he ruled which place? Veerapandiyapuram. Okay. Panjalam Kurchi was its capital. So, Veerapandiyapuram's capital was what? Panjalam Kurchi. He later became a polygar. Polygar is nothing but Palekarar. During the rule of Nayaks, he was succeeded by his son Veerapandiya Kattabomman. So, Jagaveera Pandya Kattabomman was the father of whom? Veerapandiya Kattabomman. Got it? Yes. Jagaveera Pandya Kattabomman was the father of Veerapandiya Kattabomman. Okay. He was succeeded by his son Veerapandiya Kattabomman. His wife was Jakkammal. Veerapandiya Kattabomman's wife name was Jakkammal and his brother were Umathurai and Sevathaiya. Okay. Who were their brothers? Umathurai and Sevathaiya. Okay children, we'll just stop up to this. Next class we shall start from Nawab of Orkot. Thank you and take care.